We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Steve and Jack Butala.
and I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2158. Today, Jill and I are talking about the mindset shift you need to succeed in land investing. Boy, what a good topic to end the week on. And just a good topic in general, because I think it's so important. This is all a mindset. Succeeding at this, and really anything professionally, really anything, is where are you in your mind?
Because if your heart's in it, you will succeed. If your heart's in it, the drive is there. You're motivated to get out of bed. You believe in it. You will overcome any obstacle, and you'll get yourself to the end. I love it. This is really, really good.
All week this week, Jill and I have been talking about developing and improving your land business. Each day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum, and we take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular request.
Okay. Rex wrote, "Hi guys, what's the best way to raise capital for the land business?"
Great question. I see it all over the internet, not just for land, but everything. Capital raising has become a delight, for lack of a better, simple description, since the internet. There's tons of people with money. They all just want to see your deals, and they're going to throw it at you. So
I don't see that as raising capital, though. It's like putting money in the. I see when they say raising capital, I'm just going to get a bunch of people that believe in me and give me money, and I have it all in the bank to spend what I want. I'm not so into that. I won't do that, but I will definitely get behind every deal that's good that you are going to do. I can see that.
So Jill's exactly right. There's two capital raising efforts in general. Number one is to raise capital to see what's going to happen with the company in a business. That's what you see in Palo Alto every minute of every day. And we'll talk about that, what that means in a second. The real way to do it in our business is to have an amazing real estate deal. Again, we look at people's deals all the time. And when the person's amazing and the deal's amazing, we do it.
That's it.
And you know what we do? Not only do we just had this conversation.
Yeah.
We love this guy and we love this deal. Let's put a thing together where this isn't the last one. Let's make sure that he gets enough money and that we establish a relationship with this person so we can do like 10 deals a year with them.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So it's not about that, Rex. It's about just have an amazing deal. So the answer what you should be saying yourself is like, yeah, Jill, that makes sense. So yeah, I found a property that I'm going to buy for $200,000. It's worth $6 million. Do you think I'm going to have any trouble finding somebody to get behind me and fund the deal? Hell no. That's it. Like, okay, never mind.
There's a concept out there it's newer to me, but it's probably been around since ever, called family office. Family office is picture this. So a family's got the family who developed the cotton gin, let's say, from the 1800s, has just an obscene amount of money. And this exists. This is an extreme example. A more likely version is some guy started a manufacturing company in the 70s in the Midwest, and they have, I don't know, $600 or $700 million. It's got it all invested. The trust funds are done. Everything's done. They have $25 million left over of bucket play money. And so they create a family office to manage to go out and blow that money to see if one of these ideas that they invest in becomes the next Google. And those things are all out there on the internet. You can find them real easy.
I hate that idea.
I know you do. And I don't like it either.
Mm-hmm.
On either end, I don't like giving the money and receiving it. And so the idea there is you spend a couple $100,000 on hundreds and hundreds of different people, knowing full well you're going to lose most or all of it, but one of them or two of them might be sellable or profitable. And it works. It's a diversification way, and it works. There's a horrific personality type that just becomes a capital raiser. They know that this is out there, and they know that I'm going to raise $500,000 this year. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to do anything. Company's going to fold, and then I'm going to go do it again in January of next year. That's what you don't want. That's why Jill hates it, because it's real prevalent. It's very prevalent, and it's getting worse, not better. Yeah. Best thing you can do to get an infinite source of capital is be a great person, have a dynamic personality, and find great real estate deals or align yourself with people who do it. Is that it?
Yep.
Today's topic, mindset shift you need to succeed in land investing. Joe, you had something to say.
I do. Get out of your own way. Like, stop assuming you know, and stop and kind of, let me back up and tell a story. There's a guy who was and is and still wildly successful in our business. And he's been with us for probably 8 or 9 years now. With Land Academy. And one of the things he told me very, very early on was I had to stop that made sense to me and just follow the blueprint, basically. Follow the recipe you guys spelled out in Land Academy. And there were a couple things along the way that didn't make sense. Like, why would I offer that little? Why would I do this? Why would I do that? He's like, but I put my head down and I did it, came up for air, and you're right, it works. So that's, for me, the big thing is you can't you almost have to forget your past experiences just a little bit, trust in the system, and follow the recipe. Because, gosh, you have 30 years at it. I have 16 years at it. And we have 10 years of Land Academy, other people doing it. That if you can do this, it'll work. That's my main point today. So what do you call that? What's the shift? The mindset shift. It's almost like be open to new ideas and stop assuming, and that kind of a thing.
There's 3 personality types in business. Some publisher or some author put this together. I don't remember where I heard about it, but there's go-getters, which most or all of the people listening to this are some version of that, or you'd be listening to something else.
True.
Drifters. Those are the people who usually have W-2 jobs, and most of whom do very well. They have a happy life, pay a mortgage off, and raise some kids. That's if it's a bell curve, those are the most people are like that. And then the victims. And so for some reason, we don't get a lot of drifters because they're already happy in the place that they're in. We get a lot of victims, not a lot, a certain percentage of victims that are attempting to be entrepreneurs, and they're the loudest of all the group. They're loud about what's wrong with the world, and the internet is a megaphone for victims. You can post anything on the internet, you're going to get all kinds of crazy opinions that are unfounded. And the internet's old enough now that a lot of the people that are the victims have been training themselves to be victims because they were born with Facebook. And the further we get into this, the more that's going to happen. So if you're a victim, if you're one of the 2 people listening to this that are victims, you can just turn it off because nothing's going to work.
You know what bugs me about victims? Every time I've been in a situation where, like, I've been in a company where we're doing like a team sales thing, and they had a lot of negative stuff to say. So we're like, you know what? Well, then you come over here, you do it with us. We're all going to do this. Oh, no. I don't want to be involved. I just want to bitch about it.
Yep.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's it, Jill.
I'm handing you the power to do something and make this great together because you've told me all the ways it's wrong. And usually that's the last thing they want. Like, no, I just want to bitch about it. I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on. That's what makes me mad.
So back to the go-getters. This is what matters. The best thing that you can do for yourself is free. Sit in front of the mirror and figure out who you are, what you want, what you're good at, what you suck at. Be real honest with you and start down the path of creating and writing a plan for the rest of your life. I don't care if you're 80 years old or if you're 14 years old. And you're going to, through that plan through this, if you're a victim, you will never do this. It's what Jill just said.
Mm-hmm.
You will scoff
it.
and laugh at what I just said. You will say, I don't need a plan. Are you kidding me? I'm amazing.
I deserve not to have a plan.
Yeah. If you're a go-getter, you're probably going to say, well, shit, that's all in my head already. All I got to do is write it down. Mm-hmm. Or I'm already doing this and it doesn't work, or it is working, or it might not work. Or the trouble is with a go-getter is that you don't know when you've been beat. And I say this with personal experience because you might go down so far down a rabbit hole that you're sticking your head up a year later saying, this is working, but it's working exactly how I want it to, but the thing's only going to make $82,000 a year.
I did that for 15 years or 17 years it was.
Glass ceiling.
One company. Yep.
You hit the glass ceiling.
Golden handcuffs.
I talk a lot about this in the book that I'm writing, this exact thing. Drifters don't care. A drifter's not a good, I would just call them employees. Okay. It's always in the back of their head, yeah, I could do better. I might win the lottery. I'm going to just continue to do this. Maybe, I know my wife wants a bigger house, and she's probably right, but this isn't good enough.
Do you think people generally are strong enough to get them out of one of these buckets into the go-getters scenario?
If they do this, I'm good at this. I'm terrible at this. I know that this is the plan that I have, and I'm not taking it personally along these failures. I don't take it personally. It doesn't mean I suck or I'm terrible. It just means I got to refine this. I got to start over. How many times have you started over in your life professionally?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, how many times really?
Professionally and personally? Professionally, 3.
Yeah, it's about the same for me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
personally, 23.
Do you think you're?
I'm just kidding.
Do you think that you failed?
No. Oh no.
Did it ever even cross your mind that you failed until just now?
No, I never thought I failed.
Me either.
No, well, I shouldn't say that. There was one in the middle I spent too much time in, and I wished I hadn't. But you know what? It needed to happen.
But
I guess.
Here we are.
Yeah. Apparently, it needed to happen. That's fine.
My mom always used to say, 2 years from now, it's going to be 2 years from now. So if you're not where you want to be 2 years from now, or where it is in the point of the plan that's 2 years later from now, it's because you're lazy. That's what she really meant by that.
I never liked that saying.
Why?
I don't know.
Just tell me why.
I had a boss that said that one time, like, do you want to be 4 years from now with a degree or without a degree? They usually use it in that sentence. And I'm like, whatever. I just don't like it.
So you didn't get a degree then?
No, I did not.
That's maybe why you hate
it. That's right. Good point. Touche. I'm not mad about it. That's great. I had other goals then, and I fulfilled them.
You're gonna be if you like the. I'm gonna end this week on this whole thing. This whole week on this. Everybody I know who's ever been very successful puts their head down. And then they pick it back up 2 years later and they have a ton of money in their bank account and they're shocked by that.
True.
That's happened to me several times, including right now, where we're deciding what we're going to do with the rest of our lives. We both looked at all the money that we have all over the place and added it all up, which, I do generally because I manage all that stuff, but I was pretty shocked when we lined it all up and looked at it very clearly with both sets of eyes. Mm-hmm. It's one thing when you're paying the taxes on it and it's just mechanical. It's another thing where this could be over.
Yeah, when you're going, do I even need all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
You're not alone in your real estate ambition. We are Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.